Oh boy, she's big. The new Bullards Dam in California is crucial for flood control, and it's in need of repair.
Those targets monitor any seismic activity on the dam face.
I mean, if this dam fails, then there'll be many lives lost.
Our challenge? Scale the 640-foot dam and fix this safety system.
When I look down, like, fear and excitement are kind of the same thing.
If you get it wrong, people still die.
If the person you're working with isn't bringing their A game, could be dangerous.
No matter how many times you rig it, you always say, okay, hope they rig it right. Okay, here we go. Those are one of those exciting moments that takes about a year off your life.
I'm Trask Bradbury.
How you doing?
My full-time business is heights. My daily office looks a little different than most. I travel the world to tackle jobs no one else can reach, except us, with rope.
The physics of it can really put someone who's new to this in a real pickle.
Get out of here, get out of here. Run, run, run.
We're at the end of the rope.
The team and I have a big job coming up in Northern California. New Bullards Dam.
This dam has these targets that are embedded into the concrete on the downstream face. And those targets are so that the geologists can monitor any seismic activity on the dam face.
There are 13 geo-targets that need to be painted.
So are you just gonna be marking with like marker paint?
They have the product at the site.
Okay.
The job seems simple. Child's play, right? But doing it 645 feet off the ground,
It's gonna be very
well, that's life or
That's
death.
another thing to consider. There's plenty of stories out there of rope companies doing jobs, and a rescue needs to take place.
You know, just keep talking. You know, even if you don't have anything important to say, just the fact that you're talking lets us know that you're alive.
This dam is more than 50 years old. Over time, the ground underneath naturally shifts. With enough shifting, the dam will crack, crumble, and fail. To make things worse, it's just 250 miles away from the San Andreas Fault. So there's plenty of seismic activity in the area. These targets are key to the dam's warning system. Several times a year, surveyors scope out the targets and document the coordinates. They compare these to the previous readings to see if there's been any dramatic movement.
Right on.
We don't show up for any job empty-handed, and this job is going to require a lot of gear. First up, helmets, harness, rigging equipment, and for a dam that's half a mile long and 645 feet tall, we're going to need a lot of rope.
600 feet of rope can be a little bit tedious.
These are nylon core, static ropes with heat-resistant sheathing. They have a brake load of almost 8,000 pounds. That's enough to suspend a full-size pickup. We do a visual and tactile inspection of the ropes to make sure that there aren't any cuts or damage. This is something you don't want to find out when you're hanging 650 feet off the ground.
Where are they, you ask?
A key piece of equipment for this job are these 3/4-inch removable bolts. We call them RBs. When properly installed, these temporary anchors can handle 5,000 pounds of load. Pretty hard to believe if you've never used them before.
I said, I've hung upside down on concrete patios 500 feet in the air on these little half-inchers. These I don't want to mix up.
It can look intimidating if you're new to rope access.
All right, so
You give these like a little bit of space so they'll stick out. You know what I'm
But for
saying?
my business partner, Eric, this is nothing.
no.
Whatever you don't see is gonna kill you. Kind of similar to what I was doing in the military. It's just now I'm not getting shot at while I'm doing it. So that's kind of nice.
You double and triple check everything you've got. Missing equipment can be deadly in the field. Each haul bag, fully loaded, is 75 pounds. Light work for Meg. She's a former powerlifter. Time to move out. California, here we come.
Before I got married, I had an apartment and it just collected dust because I could take on as much work as I wanted. We have 1 more hour of driving. And then when you have children, it's like, you know, I don't want to be away from them for that long. Love you.
I still hit the road for big jobs, but things have changed. It's really nice knowing I can pass the torch off to the crew when I need to be home with my family.
We are driving in the gorgeous foothills of Northern California, heading to the new Bullards Dam. So we have a team of 5 on this project. We got Meg White.
All we do is kick ass.
We've got Matt Rassicott. We've got Weston. We've got Eric. And it's a good A-team. It's a good A-team. Oh boy, she's big. We're gonna see the faces on these guys when they go over the edge for the first time. Their eyes are gonna say it all.
Usually just do the helmet mics from the last one, or were you on the last one?
Oh, it looks like fun. Good time.
Oh, I'm frightened. So scared. No, it should be fun. Very, very big.
I've worked on large dams before, but this one's the biggest. And for Meg and Matt, it's their first, and this one's a beast. 645 feet tall, or roughly 60 stories, the 5th tallest dam in the country. Scattered over the face of the dam are 13 geo-targets. Over time, weather has faded them, so the surveyors can no longer see them when trying to get their readings. Measuring any movement of these little bullseyes is the only way to track how much the dam is shifting. If it's failing, no one would know until it's too late. And the threat is very real. In 2017, a nearby dam failed, causing 180,000 people to evacuate and over $1 billion of damage. So Tim, the lead engineer here at New Bullards, is pretty eager to get this job done.
Yeah, if this thing wasn't working, that would be one of the biggest catastrophes in America.
The sooner we get these targets painted, the sooner the dam's safeguard system will be back up and running at 100%. Then people downstream can sleep easy again.
Get their crosshair onto this crosshair. This is the first time that I know of in our records that we've actually done maintenance on these targets. And so we'll be coming out of that.
That's what I thought.
That Block 19 added up there.
Tim is taking us into the belly of the beast before we go over the edge.
We do a lot of grout and concrete.
The dam was
injection
built
and
in the
some
60s to replace an old structure after it failed in 1955. 40 lives were lost. Thousands of homes were destroyed. When the current dam was finished in 1969, it was considered an engineering marvel. Made up of 3 parts, 2 abutments that are straight vertical drops and a massive double curvature arch through the center of the dam. The force of the water presses against the arch, which then transfers the load to the abutments. There's a hidden door halfway up the dam. From here, the view is intense. The extreme curvature of the dam is going to make it hard for us to reach some of the spots. With that kind of curve, it's tough to get close enough to the face.
You know, that's one of the difficult part about just getting this done in the past is just how do we keep the person attached close to the wall while maintaining their safety as well as the safety of the dam.
That's the job. Figure out what's never been done before and figure it out now. First things first, our safety meeting.
We're gonna be rappelling off the downstream face of this dam and tagging these targets with new colors. Our rescue method is simple. We have a winch. If something happens, we're gonna winch you right up and we're gonna manhandle anyone right up and over the parapet wall to safety.
Finally, it's time to get started. And not a moment too soon. They have to shut down traffic while we're working, so we only have 3 days to get the job done. And already, we have a problem. A half-mile-long chain-link fence.
Yeah, if you guys wanna go take a peek at that target so you can get a visual, you can see the first target right there.
Yeah, if we don't have to deal with the top of the fence, that would be fantastic.
We can't throw our ropes over the fence. Something's got to give. New Bullards Dam needs a facelift. We have to shut down traffic to get the job done. So we only have 3 days to scale this 645-foot tall dam. We're going to restore 13 visual targets to their original glory so they can be monitored for dangerous seismic movements. But we can't even get to the targets with this fence in the way. It's here to discourage base jumpers, but it's not going to discourage us.
Remove these brackets.
One time,
just kind of like
maybe?
I've never really been able to do this without fear of getting in trouble. Right now, I feel like getting away with bloody murder here.
We've decided to peel the fence back section by section so we can rig the ropes up safely.
Okay. So that's what we'll do is we'll just keep taking these ties off. And if we take a couple off up here, we ought to be able to just pull this away and kind of tie it back.
One of the most important parts of the job is installing these removable bolts, or RBs. These RBs are what we trust our lives with. They keep us from falling to the bottom of the dam. Step 1, drill a hole in the concrete.
Not everybody's well-versed with RBs, and sometimes it just doesn't give them the warm, fuzzy feelings that they need to feel safe.
I'm doing a tension load test with a hydraulic jack. Properly installed, these removable anchors have a braking strength of 5,000 pounds.
All right, 60 seconds, we're good. Okay, verified. I wouldn't be able to sleep well at night. I wouldn't be happy with myself if anything happened. If we screw up, game over, right?
As the senior guys on the crew, Eric and I are responsible for all the rigging.
A lot of the real meat and potatoes of rope access is the safe rigging. And there's a lot to do above the edge to get the rigging just right.
Rigging takes hours, especially on the first day of the job, eating up precious time before anyone can make a drop.
We're ready to rock and roll. Let's suit up.
Eric's going out first to show the crew how it's done. And I'll be spotting him from up top.
Yeah, you actually might want to duck underneath that. We'll pull it back.
Ooh, that looks like fun.
All right, go down at least a few feet.
Yeah, I'll go down a foot or two.
It's only a few feet down. But that means he's over 600 feet off the ground.
All right, I'll give you all a call when I'm ready to come up. All right, that's down.
He's made it to the first target. Now it's time to paint. They're missing their black and white bullseyes inside the faded red and white frame. With a fresh coat of paint, the surveyors will have no problem seeing these targets from hundreds of feet away.
Pretty sure this is good. I'm gonna go down to the other one and then let this one dry.
One down, 12 more to go. But there's only a few hours of sunlight left. It's time to set up more rigging for Weston to make a drop.
There you go. Now, when you get it rigged up and we let go, it'll start to pull upwards.
Weston's a young buck, just 26 years old, but he's showing me a lot of promise.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Today, I'm teaching him how to set up the winch.
So this is rigged up for a drop. All right, yeah, we're moving.
Weston's ready to go. As soon as Eric comes up, it's his turn.
Look how small he looks.
This is super smooth, really nice down here. Sometimes it's fun being a guinea pig. All righty, who's ready to winch?
Okay, here we go. Hey, bud.
Yeah, it's good.
Come on in.
Now that he's done it himself, Eric can show Weston the ropes.
These wires in the center have to be black. So those two little center wires are what they're...
Yeah.
Like me, Weston got into this business because he loves rock climbing. He moved from South Carolina to Colorado for the mountains. Then he found his dream job with me 8 months ago.
Wow, this could be something I'd be interested in doing for the rest of my life, and probably the best job I've ever had.
Along with the brush.
Well, what
wrapped
about
in a
the
wet
stickers
rag.
and tape?
They're in his black
in his
bag.
bag.
Got 'em.
Oh, that thing's way down there.
Yeah, it's halfway down.
We're winching Weston down to a much lower target than Eric's, but still close to the dam face.
Check, check.
How's the party down there?
Going well, just doing up some finishing touches. Okay, I'm all done.
I don't know if Eric is a good teacher or if Weston is just a quick study. But he's done with his first target in just 20 minutes.
You hanging in there? All right, we're gonna punch you up just a little higher,
Yeah.
and then you can start climbing out.
Probably swing my feet over right where.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
And I even clean up a little more of that stuff too, but
that looks great.
that's the gist of it.
Well, I think we got it sussed out. We got the rigging sussed out.
It's been a long 10-hour day, and we barely scratched the surface. Tomorrow, we attack the deep curve of the dam. No one's been able to reach it before, and there's no guarantee we can do it either. We have a tough day ahead of us at the new Bullards Dam. We're here to paint 13 seismic targets so engineers can track any movement of the dam.
You want to go with this guy, Eric? This little nylon one?
Without our touch-up job, if the dam's shifting, no one would notice until it's too late. Today, we have to reach the most extreme curve of the dam face.
It's the longest of all of them and the most to do.
No one's been able to hit these hard-to-reach spots since the dam was built over 50 years ago. Our strategy? Add removable bolts on the face so we can pull in close to the wall.
We've got Meg and Matt do their first job on a dam on the biggest drop.
It's the tallest block, and we have the most amount of work to do on it. We have 5 different points where we're going to be working today. So the cool thing about this particular drop is that if you look at the dam, it's sort of like overhung. So this will be the most overhanging part of the job so far.
It's their first drop on a dam, but I wouldn't let Meg and Matt do it if they weren't ready.
On this crew, nothing slides, so we can all go home to our families and loved ones the same way we came to work. One piece.
I would say Trask double checks us, triple checks us, quadruple checks us 10 million times.
I'm sending Meg and Matt down together so they can help each other negotiate the intense curve.
I would say when I look down, like, fear and excitement are kind of the same thing.
Matt works as a ski patroller in the winter, but in the summer, he's on our team. Working on the mountains means he's good with heights, but I doubt he's seen a slope this steep.
Okay, let's get some tools.
The first target is close to the top. There's not much of a curve to overcome, so they don't need to anchor in. But try keeping a steady hand when there's nothing between you and the ground. 600 feet down. The target is starting to look good. Definitely an improvement for the engineers.
Pretty good, I think.
For a first coat. You got your sling?
Is that next one all the way down there?
Yeah.
All right.
Time to take the plunge. Another 30 feet down. The curve is getting deeper, so they have to clip their ropes to the anchor. That way, they should be able to pull themselves close to the dam face.
There you go, bud.
After clipping into the anchor, Meg rappels down on her own, on her way to the next target.
We started descending down. We were pretty, like, flush and plumb with the wall. But as we continued descending, there was so much weight of the ropes that were below us that it was almost acting like a tensioned line. So even when we were dead hanging, we were too far away from the wall.
This isn't working, so we gotta pull Matt up.
Looking good, brother.
But Meg wants to stay out there and give it one last try.
Make some gentle bounces with your toe.
Meg's still stuck in outer space and can't get close to the targets.
But like I said, if it doesn't work, I'll just haul you up.
almost the end of day 2, and we're falling behind schedule.
Okay, can I haul you up to the sling and maybe we try to shorten it and get the ropes as close as possible?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Nothing's working. We have to winch her up and figure out a plan B.
Hear that? Okay. Hey, Meg, we're gonna get another battery. Just hang out.
Even the winch battery fails. It's just one of those days.
You can plan all you want, but things are not always gonna be the same way you plan.
We need to sort out another way of doing this. If we don't, we'll end up like everyone else who tried and failed before us. And that's not what we came here to do. It's our final day on the new Bullards Dam, and we saved the worst for last. We need to get to the hardest to reach area of the dam. Yesterday, we struck out. Because of the extreme curve here, we can't get close enough to the dam face to paint the geo-targets. If surveyors can't see them, the dam could be shifting due to seismic activity, and no one would know until it's too late.
Plan A didn't work out, so now we're going to plan B.
Yesterday, we dropped our ropes all the way to the bottom of the dam.
It's a lot of rope, isn't it, Meg?
Sure is.
Seems like you've been over there for 20 minutes.
The weight of the ropes was pulling us away from the dam face.
Math-wise.
Lowering less rope might just be the solution.
All right, so what we have to do is haul up the majority of both sets of ropes. Then we can do the lowering from up top from our winches. And then when they're done, we can winch them back up.
Matt and Weston are going to try using less rope. And if that works, Meg will give it another shot.
Hopefully this problem solving will help us get moving a little bit faster.
And so really, yeah, you'll just say up or down. You'll let us know and we'll get you where you need to go. I think that'll be mucho better.
Ooh. Let's go paint.
I always thought of myself as the artistic type. That's pretty neat, man.
That's crazy.
Already.
Weston makes a 100-foot drop and manages to pull himself close enough to the face to paint another target.
Sick.
Lowering with less rope seems to be working.
I mean, we're rocking and rolling. Weston's painting sensor 2 right now.
We're almost there.
We're almost there.
We finally have it figured out. Now it's Meg's turn to tackle a different part of the dam. The wind is picked up, so that's a new challenge she's facing.
I find that if the winds are strong enough, you can just change arms. And like a bird, you could just sort of steer the way the wind blows you. Nice. Yeah, there you are.
I'm just feeling great. Ready to go for a ride.
We lower Meg to one of the remaining targets. She makes contact, no problem.
It doesn't look that high when you're looking up.
Yeah, but when you're looking down, while Meg is working, Matt and Weston finish off the rest of the targets in that deep center part of the dam that gave us so much trouble yesterday.
Now for you, but if you want to come in over here, pull you in some, and your ropes through there. Good looks.
Meg's on a roll too. She's just about wrapped up with her targets as well.
We have the power now.
Trask, Eric, can I get a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Thanks.
There you go.
We're having a blast.
Everybody's back on the ground safely. Job's almost done.
Radio check.
Yep. Hey, Trask, how's it hanging?
It's hanging pretty soon here. We'll be hanging.
Last step, remove the RBs and fill the holes with sealant.
I'm gonna get on rope and finally kick this pig, so we'll be finished today and wrapped up for sure.
Finally, my chance to go over.
I'll pull out the RBs and
Yeah, I know.
come up and do the next one, come up and do the next one, and we're done. I'm just gonna come in and put the ribbon on the package.
My weight's gonna be supported by these constriction wraps.
No matter how many times you rig it, you always say, okay, hope to rig it right. I've been coordinating up top all week, so now I get to like have a little bit more fun instead of think about everybody else's safety.
So it's such a cool vantage point. I mean, the only thing I can imagine it equals to is what birds envision and think is like, look at all those people down there and we're up here.
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
Whoa, whoa, hey!
This moved. But first that moved because there's not enough constriction wraps on it. So let's do a reset.
I need to get off this dam and fix this. Now. I'm hanging off the edge of the 5th tallest dam in America. Time to wrap up this job and get back home. I never get tired of this view.
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
Whoa, whoa, hey!
This moved. But first that moved because there's not enough constriction wraps on it.
The strap I'm rigged to slipped down. I need to get off this dam and fix this. Now.
Can you come over here real quick? There's not enough wraps and it just settled pretty good. It did a 4-inch drop on me and I was like, oh.
We need to double up on the wraps so the anchoring stays in place and doesn't slide down when I'm on the ropes.
Those are one of those exciting moments that takes about a year off your life. You know? That feels like total dog. My adrenaline's coursing a little bit, so we're good. All right. Yeah, see, that feels better. Everything's rigged up fine, and then you just go over. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gone over something and been like, I don't want to do this. And then you do it.
I'm so pumped to get this job done. No one else has been able to hit these targets. Now, just a few finishing touches. Taking out the removable anchors and filling the holes with a flex sealant.
All right, brother.
All right, Eric.
Coming up?
Yep, next to RB. Cool. All right. Hi, guys. What's lunch? Done.
Off the books.
Pretty psyched about that.
Yeehaw. Very nice.
Very nice. So this is how we get out of our harnesses at the end of the day.
After 3 long days of hard work, we're definitely in relaxation mode now.
How about we just do this instead?
It's time to get out on the water. And these guys have earned some fun.
No wake zone. Done. It was a lot of problem solving. It was a lot of work. But that dam was magnificent.
You started something here.
That was a blast. Now time to head home. We've got a one-day job near Denver waiting for us at a wind turbine research facility. I've been doing jobs here for years at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. It's the country's #1 wind energy research facility, a place to test and advance turbine design. While the turbines crank out clean energy, they also pose a threat to our fine-feathered friends. In the US alone, close to 500,000 birds a year fatally crash into them. That's about a bird a minute. Researchers here at NREL are trying to solve this with our help. Their goal is twofold: monitor the bird strikes and try to prevent them. First, we'll be installing sensors on the blades so they can track the number of birds hitting them.
So the description of work is really we're just going to be screwing on a very small sensor onto some plates, and it's going to involve 2 technicians on ropes, and we've got 4 big peel and stick stickers. And I would say
We'll be putting these stickers on the tip of the blades to make them more visible to birds, hopefully scaring them off. Studies suggest this could reduce bird deaths by 70%.
they just want to pepper the tip of the blade with these things.
Okay.
I've done lots of work on turbines before. In New Mexico, I had a 300-foot climb to attach small fins on turbine blades to improve aerodynamics. It isn't easy being bucked around in the wind and frying in the sun, all from the height of the Statue of Liberty. You have to be really careful on these things. One side of the turbine blade is so sharp, it could cut your rope.
So that'll cut you wide open.
I mean, they've got...
It's always safety first for us. But here at this job, it has to be fast, too. Engineers have to test the sensors we're installing on the blades this afternoon, so we only have just a few hours.
This bag has the sensors in it.
We have a team of 4 on this job.
The sensor.
My business partner, Eric, and I are turbine veterans.
Screws in here as well.
Meg and Matt are new to the turbine game, but are eager for the experience.
You've got radio comms, I got comms, so we'll have top bottom. Let me see your harness. Let's do a real quick buddy check. Me.
Meg and I will climb ladders up the interior of the turbine, 262 feet straight up to the top. It's a serious cardio workout. We hook into a climb assist to take 75 pounds of weight off, making our ascent a little easier.
Upper level, so start climbing.
It's super hot in here, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees hotter than outside. We pass through 3 internal decks before reaching the nacelle, a 60 by 20 foot box at the top of the structure that holds all the machinery running the turbine. Once inside, we get to work.
After we lock out, we're about to just open some bags and start building some anchors.
The #1 task here, lock off the gears so the blades don't move while we're working on them.
Okay, locked out.
Sweet.
There's a hatch leading to the nose cone of the turbine. This is where we lower our ropes after we've attached them to our anchors.
Oh yeah, dress it and stress it.
All right, if you want to pop the top. There you go. Get a big, huge throw ring up together and then chuck it.
Hey, do you guys have a copy / do you have a visual?
Contact. Here we go, Meg. Coming to the end.
Copy that.
Matt and Eric are down on the ground managing the 2 sets of ropes.
We have one over there for Matt, and this one's gonna be Meg's.
Making sure that both sets of ropes are pretty clearly separated for us.
Meg will rappel down on 2 ropes,
Start with my backup.
one load bearing and the other one her safety.
Okay, function check.
I have no idea how many times I've untangled a rope. I'd be curious as to know.
Matt will also use 2 lines to winch himself up to the blade.
Gotta get all them twisties out.
Matt has 20 years of experience as a stadium rigger for concerts.
COVID hit, had to pivot, and the rest is history. Here we are.
Meg is still new, but she's already a huge asset to the team.
Function check, cruise.
Good job.
I feel like a lot of women just don't even realize that they can do it.
Back crawl your way until you get kind of where it starts to arc and just get your rig established.
Every time I'm on a job, I'm learning something new, and that's like, okay, cool, now I've added something else to my arsenal.
Hey, Meg,
Just wanted to confirm that all the twists are out of the rope and everything looks good.
Copy that.
We put edge protection on the ropes because all of these sharp edges can be deadly if they sever one of our lines.
And if you have to do the wrap around the handle.
Okay.
So maybe I will go with
Meg slowly makes her way down.
here.
I see you guys are still working down.
Meg!
From above, I see her ropes are coming way too close to the sharp edge of the blade.
Meg!
We're near Denver working on a 262-foot tall wind turbine. Meg's heading down the blade, but her ropes are getting close to the sharp edge.
Meg! Meg!
If her primary and safety lines are severed, it's game over.
I'll just make sure that she can get pulled in the correct direction.
Oh, you know what? It's on the other side of the blade. Hold on.
Okay. That's on the other side of the blade. Yeah, we're good.
As Meg heads down to place a sensor that will track bird strikes, Matt winches up from the ground to put stickers on the tip of the blade.
Have fun.
Oh, hey there, bud.
The engineers at NREL hope these stickers will make the blades more visible to birds and cut down on fatal collisions. I'm heading down to help Eric keep an eye out for Matt and Meg. The clock's ticking. We have only an hour left before the engineers arrive to test things out. After putting all the stickers on the blade tip, Matt heads up to help Meg put the finishing touches on the sensor installation.
And then if you want to finger thread them, I can tighten them. Neato.
Burrito.
Looks like we have a nice sensor installed here. Good work. Heck yeah.
All right, we're all set. Come on down.
Copy that. We're gonna come down.
They make it down safely, but our blade runners flag a new problem. They found some damage at the end of one of the blade tips. So Eric's going up to check it out.
Now, this might actually work. I'll give it a shot.
It's 100 degrees and no shade.
Battery died.
The job should be over already, so of course his battery conks out. He has to go old school and manually climb the ropes up to the blade.
Team Hardway.
Baking in the afternoon sun,
Eric!
heat exhaustion is always a concern.
Eric! Just take a couple of pictures of the tip on that side and we'll see.
All right, yeah, let me get a little lower.
Is it like a circle with a small hole in it?
Looks weird, so I'll just grab a shot. Here, hold me steady.
Yeah.
Wind turbines are lightning magnets. Strikes can cause significant damage. Even small cracks can fracture and ruin the blade if ignored.
You're all clear to come down when you're ready. I've got you kind of minded down here. Hey, I want to see that picture.
We got the evidence we need and share it with the NREL engineer, who just arrived.
It's all the way down to the glass.
It's the end of the day and the engineers are ready to test out the sensors we just installed. But we need to clear the ropes before they enter the drop zone. Falling ropes can be deadly.
I mean, if there's a right whip, that's a lot of weight and it
could smash that window, smash any window. Matt and Meg have gone back up to the top of the turbine so we can drop our ropes. Here we go on 3, 2, 1.
How'd that work out for you on the ground?
Oh, perfect.
The engineers are rolling in their pneumatic gun to shoot at the blades to make sure the sensors work. Once they confirm the sensors are operational, they can start collecting data to see if bird strikes go down now that stickers are on the blades.
When it is armed, nobody approach the device.
They'll fire a projectile made of balsa wood and glue to hit the blade.
This is type 2 fun.
Triggering a vibration which the sensor will read as a bird strike.
Suspense is killing me.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Bam!
The sensors are working.
If you guys doing one more, I'm gonna try and catch it.
Now they fire one more time, just to confirm.
Yeah, our work isn't really fun at all, so don't bother getting into the industry. Stay behind a desk.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Come on, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, so close! Hey, at least I tagged it. I don't think there's ever been a job that I've not had joy on. I couldn't be a 9-to-5er just because I would get bored.
Hanging off ropes is not just my job, it's a way of life. I'm Trask Bradbury, and welcome to my world.